In this edition of INN CEO Talks, I'm joined by Tim Moody of Pan Global Resources, and we're talking about copper and base metal mining in Spain. Tim, welcome.
Yeah, hi. It'd be nice to give people an update.
So, where do we start, Tim? Do we start talking about your drilling success at La Romana, or do we talk about the project overall and then come back and start talking about the drill results?
Yeah, look, I think perhaps I'll give a quick update on La Romana. Yeah, that's what's really provided the foundation for the company. It's a new copper discovery. So for those who are perhaps not so familiar with the story, it's probably a good place to start, and then we can sort of migrate to what everything else we're doing.
Right. So tell us about La Romana.
Yeah, so La Romana it's a new copper discovery with potentially important concentrations of tin and silver as well. We've been drilling non-stop now for over a year and a half. We've probably got 130 drill holes into it, perhaps thereabouts. It's high-grade copper mineralization from surface, extending to maybe 300 or 400 meters depth, and over about 1.3 kilometers east-west. So it's still open, still expanding, and currently we're waiting for some access to grow it further to the west in particular. But it's certainly shaping up to be a potentially significant new copper discovery in the Iberian Pyrite Belt, Spain.
Well, you say that it's in the Iberian Pyrite Belt. Tell us a little bit more about this as a mining region from a geological perspective.
Yeah, so the Iberian Pyrite Belt it's world famous for a number of reasons. It has more of these super large, super giant volcanogenic massive sulphide deposits than any other equivalent geological belt with these types of deposits anywhere else in the world. And some of these deposits are absolutely enormous with very high grades, both in copper but also other metals as well. So it's been more or less continuously mined since pre-Roman days, so more than 2,000 years. It still attracts major players. There's at least 7 operating mines in the belt. There really is nothing like it when it comes to finding these very large volcanogenic massive sulphide ore bodies.
So based on the fact that there has been mining in the region for 2,000 plus years, what was it about this opportunity that I guess somehow got missed and is now available to you?
Yeah, a great question. So the Romans were great explorers, and whilst most of the area where the rocks were sticking out of the ground were well explored, and if there was copper at surface, the Romans would have found it. Well, we managed to pick up a really unique piece of ground off the edge of the the outcropping areas where these prospective rocks went under shallow cover, and so the Romans couldn't see it. It was essentially blind to them, and we used modern geophysics, and we drilled that, and we made a new discovery with just a few meters of sort of soil, if you like, sitting over the top of it, but just enough to hide it from the Romans. So we were fortunate.
So where do you go from here? Because as you mentioned, this has the potential to be a major copper discovery. What's next steps for you?
Yeah, so there's really 2 things. One is to try and expand the deposit further. Currently, we're in the process of trying to secure access to the western extensions, where we see the near surface mineralization extending potentially several hundred meters more. So a materially different increase in the strike length of this thing. So that will be that's one area of focus, and then the other is then to put that into a resource, improve our understanding of the metallurgical characteristics of the deposit, so that we can then build a an economic model that's something we could potentially take forward into production.
So, do you have the financial resources you need now to go through to that stage, or will you go back to the market to raise some more money?
Yeah. So currently, the company's well funded. We've got about 15 million or so in the bank. So we're well resourced to continue drilling at Romana as soon as we get the additional access that we're waiting on. But in the meantime, we're now beginning to focus on the many new targets that we have in this area, and really that's what's been stimulating a lot of the investor interest now. People have already almost banked that we've got a discovery at La Romana. Now they're saying, "Well, where's the next one coming from?" And we've got the right real estate. We're in the right location to make more discoveries.
So maybe you can tell viewers some of the other areas that you're focused on as a company, because they might be saying, "Okay, hang on a second. You just hinted at the suggestion that there is more, not just at La Romana."
Yeah. So of course, we can, if we find another ore deposit, that really becomes another milestone for the company, and becomes another potential game changer in terms of the resource opportunity and the value for our investors. So our original discovery was a gravity anomaly, a geophysics anomaly. Well, we have perhaps another 10 or a dozen more of those gravity targets in our area that have been untested, which is a pretty unique opportunity, really, to make another discovery. Even if all of them aren't new ore bodies, you'd hope that maybe 1, 2, or 3 of them are. So we've got a really good chance, I think, of making additional discoveries. And I say that also from a geological perspective. We're surrounded by some very big mines. And these types of ore bodies typically occur in clusters. So you find one, there's a very strong probability of finding another. So that's our exploration thesis, and we're working very hard now to make that next discovery.
So long term, because always with early stage mining exploration and discovery, the question comes up, what are your plans? Do you plan on bringing this forward with an economic plan and then look at attracting a major, or do you have a team that can work towards building this out?
Yeah, look, I think there's a number of answers to that, but primarily we have the depth and experience in our board. We've expanded our team in Spain with the addition of a new general manager, Juan Garcia Vallador, is a mining engineer, has both open pit mining experience, he's experienced with tin production, and he's also experienced with having taken deposits from exploration stage into production. So a great addition to our team. So we're certainly building that capacity in the field, on the ground in Spain, to take a project forward as it continues to advance. At the present moment, our focus is to see how big it could be, and so that's one area, one focus. And the second is, can we make another discovery in the area, which would again, perhaps alter and influence a production scenario.
Okay, investors are going to be asking, so should I be investing now? Should I be sitting and watching because there might be more news coming from you? What's your message to them?
Yeah, well, look, I think the company offers multi-target, ore body potential. We've got 3 drill rigs operating at the moment. We've had up to 4 this year. We've been drilling non-stop all year. We've got a lot of drill results to come in. So, we offer plenty of opportunity here for the company to make another discovery with the drilling that we've got ahead of us. We're looking to test 6 targets this year. We're well funded. Coming out of this current sort of weakness in the market, we're going to be one of the company's better positioned to when things start to look up, and we can continue to work flat out on these new targets.
I also note that you've got a new CFO. Why is that important that we understand that at the moment?
Yeah, look, again, this was thinking success. We didn't have a full-time CFO previously. We now have, and the person we've got, Andy Marshall, he comes with a lot of experience, a lot of credibility, and he's like a super CFO. He'll be helping helping me in particular with our expanding our marketing, our investor awareness, our investor communication and contacts. So I think he'll be a great addition to our team, and also planning for success. We need someone with his background going forward.
Well, it looks like Pan Global is going to be a good company to follow and for investors to dig into and take a look at what those opportunities are. And I hope that you'll come back in the future and give us further updates on how your drilling programs are unfolding.
I look forward to that. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.